Greetings, family. My name is Vicki Dillard, and I'm so pleased to be a contributor here at the amazing African Diaspora News channel. As you come in, please make sure that you like, that you share, and that you subscribe. Thank you so very much. Family, we have a very, very interesting war briefing today. You all understand that in the wake of Donald Trump in particular, and this has been many decades, actually, many presidential administrations, but specifically and most prominently, Donald Trump's base, we know, has been the evangelicals. We know that Donald Trump has been the most corrupt. He's never met a wife he hadn't cheated on. We know that nearly a dozen women he's paid to have abortions, and the evangelicals claim they support him because he's quote unquote pro-life. They don't care that he's racist and corrupt and all that, right? They turn around and say, that's a man of God. That's a man of God. All of those are traits from a man of God. Y'all heard numerous evangelicals lying, prophesying about Donald Trump was going to win the election. I need you to listen to this particular evangelical, what he's saying about you.
Now, let me say something right quick. I think back on the African-American people in America. I think how that they were taken against their wills, put in the belly of ships, brought over here, beat, cussed. Many of them died in the guts of those ships, thrown overboard. They were pulled from families over there. You ain't never heard a gut-wrenching song. Do you hear a black person sing one of those old black Negro spirituals? Nobody knows. I can't sing it like that, see, because I hadn't experienced what they be. When you've experienced hell, it comes out of the voice. I said, when you experience hell, it comes out of the voice. If you're one of those people that you got problem with black people or whatever, you better shut your mouth, because they're God's people. You better hear what I'm saying to you. You better shut your white mouth. You better shut your white mouth. I'm not kidding you. I know some of you was raised in the deep South, and you was raised by prejudiced people and bigoted people. You better get that out of your system. You better get it out of your system. It'll cause you to suffer right along with those masters. It'll cause you to suffer right along with them. These are God's people. And I know that there's wicked in white races and wicked in black races and all that. I'm not justifying none of that stuff. I'm just saying God knows what happened to the black race. He knows how they wound up over here, and God is going to reimburse the black people for all their trouble and all their labor. You watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. Listen.
Yeah, did you hear that? Why is he talking different from all of those evangelicals that's on TBN, all of those evangelicals that are on Daystar and CBN and these other so-called Christian networks and channels and platforms? Why is this particular mega pastor talking like he's got some sense? Think about it for a second. What a lot of folk don't understand is that the scriptures are not just some religious text. Even though there have been issues with the misrepresentation, the misinterpretation, and yes, even some tampering by our open enemy and members of the dominant society with the book, there are still some treasures that are coded. It's not all obvious. Some of the stuff in scripture where they told you that the devil was some inanimate spirit or object, they didn't tell you that there's an actual people, members of a dominant society, that fits the description of John chapter 8, where it says that the devil is styled as the opposer, is a liar. John chapter 10, when it talks about a particular thief that steals, kills, and destroys. If you're looking at just those 4 traits from John chapter 8 and those 3 traits from John chapter 10, you need to ask yourself what group, what people fits the description of individuals that lie, steal, kill, and destroy. Not only that, Our great ancestor now, the great Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, who wrote the book, The ISIS Papers, The Keys to the Colors. What did she try to tell us as a physician, as a professional psychiatrist, as a heavyweight scholar, not only with her scholastic knowledge in academia and letters from traditional schools, but through her experience having practiced this and her clients, she told us that folk who classify themselves as white, their concern would be the fear of genetic annihilation. I bring this up because in the book of Revelation, chapter 12, it says that the opposer, the one that's styled as devil, not calling him that name, but styled as devil, they are concerned. They know that their time is short. Revelation 12:12. They know that their time is short. They've come to the earth to make havoc, full of fury, because they know that their time is short. Some of you don't understand. Joe Biden tried to tell you that that's what they worried about. What do you mean? How many of you all remember that leaked video that came out after it was confirmed that Joe Biden would be the next president? Remember, he started to ignore all the old dead black media, the dead former civil rights leaders like Reverend Al Sharpton and them, NAACP, certain NAACP people, certain Urban League folk like that. They forced Joe Biden to have a meeting with them by embarrassing him in the media, telling the media that he's not returning their calls, he's not talking to them, he's not counseling them. Remember when that video was leaked? When the video was leaked of their so-called private meeting, what did Joe Biden say to those so-called legacy civil rights leaders? Ask yourself, why did he say this? Joe Biden said we're doomed because he said soon there's going to be minority European control. He told Reverend Al Sharpton and them, you guys are going to have to start working with the Latinos. He said, because even the Latinos numbers are going to be greater than y'all's. How many of y'all remember that video that came out a few weeks ago? Why would Joe Biden be worried that he and his people, their numbers, soon they're going to be the minority? Y'all love to say we all citizens. If we're all citizens, what concern and what fear are you justified in having? Because soon there's going to be a European minority in America. It's written. And so here you have one of the few white evangelicals telling other white people, racist in his church, to shut their mouths. I didn't say it, he told them that. Told them that God is going to give us back what we deserve. Somebody say reparations. And he had an urgency in telling them to shut their mouths, an urgency telling them, those that have a problem with black folks, that they better basically get over it. Why is he saying that? What you guys don't understand, it's written in Exodus chapter 1, when it talks about the children of Israel and how they put them to hard labor. It says, though, that the more they afflicted them, the more they oppressed them. Hello, America, that allows us to be poisoned by water. Hello, America, that flooded our communities with heroin, crack, cocaine, and other drugs. Hello, America, that instituted laws to destroy our families, to separate our families, to incarcerate us for generations to come. Hello, America, that's responsible for chattel slavery. Hello, America, that's responsible for black codes. Hello, America, that's responsible for convict leasing. Hello, America, that's responsible for the injustices of sharecropping. Hello, America, that's responsible for Jim Crow. Hello, America, that's responsible for the new Jim Crow. Hello, America, that's responsible for gentrification, regentrification, redlining, gerrymandering. the more they afflicted. That's what's written in Exodus chapter 1. It says the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew. I believe that this particular white evangelical understands that while they're shooting us in the back of the head, while they're poisoning us, murdering us, destroying us, separating us, incarcerating us, it's ultimately not going to work. It's going to backfire because it's written. When I tell you, and I tell you all this all the time, as a Black family, we're in our finest hours. Some of you wonder, how could that be true when we're going through so much pain? How many of you all know I say this all the time? I'm going to keep saying it. That when a woman is in labor, there's bloodshed. When a woman is in labor, there's discomfort. When a woman is in labor, there's stretch marks, there's screaming, there's moaning. When a woman is in labor, she literally goes through death to give life. I've told you this many times, that our pain is labor pains. Labor pains. We're getting ready to birth a new nation based on freedom, justice, and divine equity. And the powers that shouldn't be will be no more, because it's written that we'll be the head and not the tail, above only and not beneath. Not because we're getting ready to take over and do something crazy, but because it's written. In the actual universe, people, places, and things will adjust to make it so. Because we are unique and a very special people. Thank you so much for tuning in today's War Briefing. Follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard, VICKI, Vicki X Dillard. Follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicki. Make sure you join my club, Vicki.com. Join my club, Vicki.com today. Once a week on Wednesday nights, you have exclusive access to me where I drop spiritual jewels. You can ask me questions. Join for $1 for the first 30 days. Hurry, 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 hurry. Even if you're not available live on Wednesdays, you can still benefit by joining, because we upload the videos, so you'll have access to many, many, many of my webinars. ClubVicki.com. Join today. We're starting a major spiritual metaphysical revolution, and you want to be a part.